They didn't see the moon disappear, not at first. It began subtly, a shadow across its surface that grew steadily more defined. Astronomers noticed first, then civilians, then governments. Within 2 days, the moon was gone, replaced by a perfect black void. Not even its gravitational pull remained. Earth's tides collapsed. Oceans began to ripple erratically. Panic erupted across continents. But before the world could process what had happened, a message appeared in every language simultaneously. On phones, televisions, even handwritten on bathroom mirrors. You have been observed. A representative will arrive shortly. That was all it said. 10 hours later, the sky fractured. It began as a shimmer over the Pacific. Satellites picked up gravitational anomalies stronger than anything recorded. Then, a structure phased into visibility, so massive that its silhouette darkened half the ocean. It wasn't a ship. It was a ringworld, 10 times the size of Earth, hovering silently above the waves. The United Nations convened in a panic. Nuclear arsenals were activated. Fighter jets scrambled. And still, the ringworld remained still until one light blinked on at its center and a figure descended toward Earth. He arrived not in a vessel, but through what looked like a tear in space, a man-shaped silhouette walking calmly down a beam of pale blue light. He landed in Central Park, New York, unarmed and visibly human. Local law enforcement was on him instantly, weapons raised. But he raised a hand, and time stopped. Literally. Everything halted mid-breath. Only he moved. He knelt beside a terrified woman, holding a baby, and whispered something into the infant's ear. Then he stood, restarted time, and waited. "I'm not here to harm you," he said. Cameras captured it all. His voice echoed across the world, unfiltered, as though spoken directly into every ear. "But I am not from here." He called himself Kale. He explained, carefully, that the moon had been removed for Earth's safety. Something old had been sleeping beneath its surface. Something dangerous even to stars. The moon was a prison, he said, for a long-dead war criminal named Nzak. And Earth was never supposed to be this close. Governments didn't believe him. But seismic activity across the globe surged. Tectonic plates began moving without reason. Kale pointed to the skies and said, "You're running out of time." When asked where he was from, he didn't answer. Instead, he offered help, a chance for survival, a way off the planet. He needed 100 humans. Exactly 100. Scientists, engineers, children, poets, soldiers. He insisted on variety. No political leaders. No billionaires. Just a human spirit in as many shapes as it came. The world resisted, debated, argued. But when a spike of energy shattered Australia's central desert and left a crater 50 kilometers wide, the arguing stopped. The 100 were chosen. They were brought to Kale, who opened a gate unlike any technology Earth had imagined. Beyond it was the inside of the ringworld. Cities in the clouds. Forests larger than continents. Artificial suns and programmable oceans. Each of the chosen were given what Kale called a thread, a neural interface that connected them to the ringworld's AI and, more importantly, to each other. They became a single distributed mind, capable of thought and communication at speeds beyond any supercomputer. Each person retained their individuality, but now shared knowledge instantly. It was exhilarating and terrifying. Through this shared link, they learned the truth. The universe was ancient, older than any human guessed. Civilizations rose and fell not over millennia, but eons. And humans were new, not in age, but in return. They'd been gone for millions of years. Extinct, or so the galaxy thought. Kale wasn't alien. He was human, a survivor from a previous cycle, a version of humanity that had seeded the stars, fought wars with gods, and finally disappeared. He had waited in stasis, guarding Nzak's prison, until Earth's civilization reached a critical threshold. And now, somehow, Nzak was waking. Kale trained the 100, not in combat, but in something he called resonance, the ability to manipulate energy fields with thought. Something only humans could do. Something that once made humanity the most feared species in the known universe. The first demonstration melted a mountain, The second accidentally shut down a star. They weren't ready, but there was no time. Earth began unraveling. Weather patterns became erratic. Species vanished overnight. Volcanic activity lit the skies with fire. Kale's prediction had been wrong. Zok wasn't waking. He was already awake, and he wanted revenge, not against Kale, not against the ringworld, but against humanity. He remembered, across the cosmos, things began to move. Forgotten empires stirred in their slumber. AI fleets long since abandoned reactivated. Star beasts from beyond physics twisted toward Earth. Something was calling to them. Humanity had returned. Kale sent the 100 into the stars. Each was given a vessel, not a ship in the traditional sense, but a living construct, a symbiotic creature grown around their neural thread. These were not tools of war, but extensions of self. They were told to find the lost worlds, to awaken any remnants of the old humanity. And one by one they did. On a dead planet ringed with bones, they found an archive. On a moon carved into a Dyson sphere, they discovered a surviving colony hidden in time dilation. On a drifting station circling a collapsed black hole, they found a single child, still alive, shielded by nanites for 10 million years. The 100 became more. The resonance grew. So did Nzok. He didn't come in a ship. He arrived like a storm, warping reality around him. Time fractured. Stars blinked out. Kale stood to face him alone and died in the first second. The 100, now numbering nearly 1,000, united through their threads, launched together. A battle unfolded unlike anything in recorded galactic history. No weapons, no armies, just will, human will. They tore open space itself, wrapped black holes like slings, sang stars into novas, and when Zok tried to consume them, they inverted their consciousness and showed him what fear felt like. He screamed across dimensions. And then silence. He was gone, but so was Kale, in his place. The ringworld slowly began to dismantle itself. It had fulfilled its purpose. The universe no longer needed containment. It needed guardians. Earth, devastated, but alive, saw something strange the next day. The moon returned. Not the old one. A new one, forged from fragments of Kale's ring, orbiting peacefully. And in every child born after that day, there was a spark. Not everyone noticed, but some did. They felt something when they looked at the stars. Not fear, not curiosity, recognition, as if the sky was waiting for them to come home. And maybe one day they would.